Hi, I'm Caitlin and I'm a fourth year student in the Royal School of Veterinary Studies, University of Edinburgh. In this video, I'm just going to be giving you a kind of overview of what I do with my revision week and what revision techniques I use to kind of make the most of the time that I have. So the exams I'm actually studying for in the video are now over, but they were my farm animal integrated kind of clinical course, which I sat half of back in January, and I'm doing the second half now, and also my integrated clinical course exotics, which I've just started this semester and I've just been doing. So you do have in-course components for both of these, but the majority of your assessment is written. So that is what I'm going to really be focusing on in this video. And as I'm going to say later on, what works for me might not work for you. Different people have different techniques and are different kind of learners. So hopefully you get some techniques which might be useful to you in this, but if they don't, obviously we all learn in different ways. But hopefully this is useful and provides you a bit of information and you enjoy. So thank you for watching.
So I like to study with the Pomodoro technique, which is a technique where you study for 25 minutes at a time with 5-minute breaks, and I aim to do 8 of these a day. I'll either use the app for these or I'll put on an ASMR video on YouTube which kind of runs through it with you, and I think that these really break up your day really nicely, so they're really helpful. Study-wise, I think doing past papers is really useful. There's loads available on Learn, and these are just a great way to get practice in for the actual setup of the exam papers so you know what you're going to be expecting going into it. I also like to go over topics and lectures I'm less sure about and write up notes for them, and a lot of the time I will use Quizlet to do this and just go through and write out all the things that I don't know. And I find this is really helpful just to kind of jog my memory and cover any grey areas that crop up when I'm doing past papers. Peerwise is also really useful, and this is something the vet school use a lot as a coursework percentage of your grade. This is a platform in which your classmates make up questions and then you answer them in a multiple choice format. And this is great because you can leave comments, they can provide explanations, and you can rate the questions, and it just helps to confirm your own understanding of things. I'm sure a lot of people will have used Quizlet before, but it's just a really great platform where you can make up your own little multiple choice questions, and it's really useful. Some people in my year actually shared their Quizlets on our group chat, which was really lovely of them and helped to provide a bit of study support for me, which was really lovely. I really like drawing out my own notes as well, just kind of giving myself an idea of what I'm going to cover. And I think it's a really good visual aid, and it kind of gets things into your brain a bit more sometimes than just typing it out. So I've just wrote out some notes here for my parasitology, and I think that actually having it down on paper and colour coding it can be really, really useful and help to get it into a format that's just a bit more understandable for you. Obviously, everybody learns in their own way, and what works for me might not work for you, but I just wanted to give you a little idea of some techniques which I use and I find really useful that might be helpful to you when you start studying in vet school. In terms of where I study, I really like the library. It's quite quiet, but it can be really good for getting a really nice focus session in during the day. I'm also a really big fan of the university cafes. New Amphion is fantastic, and the Pleasance is also really, really nice. I think it's still really important during study break that you are still taking time to be outside, and I think this is really refreshing and will just help to reset you a bit so you are feeling a bit more revitalised when you come back to studying. I also spend a lot of time at the gym and just making sure I'm eating healthy, getting myself some nice breakfast and nice dinners, and giving myself something to look forward to at the end of the day. I also love to study with my friends a lot, and I feel that it makes me a lot more productive just having them around and holding me accountable a bit. I also wanted to go over just how exams are ran at the vet school. So you have a multiple choice section of your paper as well as a short answer question paper, and there is also coursework which you do prior to the actual exam date. As I said, this can consist of Purewise, and you also have different written papers. And the two exams that I was sitting this time actually had a practical component as well, so they count for 10 and 20% of the grade respectively. So that is how I study. After exams were done, I got some ice cream with my friends, went and sat in the meadows, and then took a wee trip to Copenhagen as well, which was really nice. Just remember to be kind to yourself during revision week because burnout is definitely real and no set of exams are worth your happiness.